welcome back to my channel. So I can finally tell you all this. Oh my god, honestly, it doesn't feel real. I don't know how this has happened, why this has happened, but I'm in the top 20 in the NYX Face Awards. Oh my god. I'm just so excited at the moment. As you can probably tell from me not even being able to put a sentence together. I'm going to talk about it more in my next YouTube video. So this definitely is not going to be in my usual tutorial format, but we can try. Honestly, we can try. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting some Strobe Cream onto my face. My skin was really dry when I wanted to do this. So I just thought that I needed a bit of moisture putting onto my face and I wanted my skin to be all dewy. So I'm just massaging this into my face and obviously onto my neck. Because I wanted my skin to look more radiant, I'm applying some liquid highlighter and then just patting this in with a beauty blender. I'm going to leave all the products down below, by the way, in the description box if you'd like to know what all the products are. The video would have just been too long with me putting in all my usual shots of the products. But anyway, I'm putting this on all the high points of my face to give myself a glow. Then I'm just putting on some primer to obviously smooth out the skin so that I have a really nice canvas to work upon. So right now it's nice and moisturized, it's nice and smooth, and it's looking quite glowy, which my natural skin isn't because it is very dry. So I'm just massaging this into my skin. Then, because there is a lot of product on my skin, I'm just using my hands to waft this in and then having a little sing song. Oh my god, if you knew what that song was, comment down below. Now I'm just putting my foundation onto my face and then I'm just patting it into my skin with the beauty blender. It should look really flawless with the amount of like moisturizing products that we have underneath. My beauty blender is also wet, so it should give it a really nice photoshopped finish. Because I didn't feel like this was enough coverage for me, for this look that I wanted to go for, I just put on another layer of foundation. I would always recommend with foundation going in kind of smaller layers and then building it up, because then you don't get too cakey and you can just stop when you feel the need to stop, when you're all covered and looking gorgeous. So then just go around the edges, make sure it's all in your hairline and down your neck and that you match. Okay, I'm putting some wow paint on my face. So I'm just using a concealer and then patting it in with a smaller beauty blender so that I can get it into all the little crevices on my face. And right, okay, I'm going to show you now how I do my concealer so that it doesn't crease. Oh my god. I put a really thick layering of concealer under my eyes and then I pat it in with a wet beauty blender. This is really important. It makes all the difference to me. I will try and research why actually, because I'm sure there's a reason. But then straight away I'm going in with a pressed powder. This is just a transparent one, and I take on a brush and I press it into my concealer under my eyes. You've got to be really quick with this because you want to set it exactly where it is and so that it doesn't go in the creases of your eyes, and then seriously, voila, done. And now I have too many brushes. Literally look at my face. Nope, yep, nope. There she goes. She's found it. Happy days. And she's doing the eyebrows. When I was filming this, they were going so wrong. They literally went like slugs. So this isn't the best brow tutorial in the world. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just outlining the natural shape of my brow. You can already see that the colour is slightly too dark. So I'm just lining the outside of my brows. And now I'm just filling in the centre. Oh my god, look how sluggish they are. They shouldn't feel like that. Oh no. I think in a second I kind of realised what I've done. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, she's realised. Now she's trying to do something cool with editing. Okay, now she's got another eyebrow. Now I'm going in with some concealer because I could not cope with how my eyebrows looked. I just needed to clean up the edges a little bit. So I'm just taking it on a flat brush and then going around my eyebrows. I do this anyway, but this saved my life this day. Then I'm gonna blend that out and then set that with some more pressed powder, but I think I lost the footage for that. Yes, I did. Okay, so we're moving straight on to eyes now, and I just did my normal close-up because I thought that some people might want to actually know how I achieve these eyes. So I'm just using a eyeshadow based primer. It was a white one to prime my eyes, and then I'm setting this with a transparent powder. And then I'm taking a kind of metallic orange eyeshadow. It doesn't actually have to be metallic, this one just was. And I'm just putting this all in my crease with windscreen wiper motions and circling motions to diffuse the product. Then I'm going in with a slightly darker red toned brown on a flat blending brush. This helped me so much because it helps me not get product on my lid. I just apply the colour to one side of the brush and then use windscreen wiper motions with this side facing upwards, and it puts the colour into my crease without getting it on my lid, so then it's easier to clean up afterwards. Then I'm just taking that same blending brush and just blending these two orange shades together. Once that is done and you've built the colours up to the once that is done and you've built up your colours to your desired intensity, you're then going to go in with that same flat blending brush and you're just going to apply the colours to the outer kind of half of your eyelid. You get what I mean? That this isn't in my usual format. I'm really having to think about what I'm doing because I did this 2 weeks ago. Now I'm going in with a concealer on a flat concealer brush, and I'm just going to cut the inner half of my eyelid, and I'm going to do this quite circular and extend my crease upwards to form more of a doe-eyed shape. And then I'm going to swap to a smaller lip brush. I always use lip brushes for literally everything on the eyes, they're incredible. And I'm just going to clean up the lines. Then I'm going to take a bright orange eyeshadow and I'm going to fill in as much of that kind of cut that I can. Then to make it more precise, I'm taking that same lip pencil and I'm just going around the corners, and then I'm using it to mix the colours together. Then to make the gradient better flowing from the yellow into the orange, I'm taking that same flat blending brush and just taking the medium / light orange colour on it, and then just like moving that in between the two colours, and it'll just create a nice gradient for you. So when I first thought of this look, I just thought that I wanted kind of to block out the liner, so I just wanted a flesh tone liner. So I used my concealer for this. I just pretty much drew a normal eyeliner shape onto my eye. I swapped from a concealer brush to an actual eyeliner brush just to make it more precise, and I think it looks a lot better like this. But then I changed my mind and thought I can do better than this, so I'm going to do a gradient on my eye. So I thought, what is a contrasting colour to yellow? It's purple. This is not a good idea, let me tell you. So I put purple on the inner half of the eye to contrast with the yellow, and then I put yellow on the outer side of the wing. You're going to see now why it was a bad idea. When the yellow and the purple mixed together, they created like a greyish green in the middle, and I really did not like how it looked. It looked quite dirty, but I thought, right, I'll give it a chance. So then I looked at it and I thought, no, I can go even more extra. So I took a purple liquid liner, lined the outside of the wing, and then decided, no, I hate the purple, so I filled in the inner side of the wing. Then I thought that the yellow looked too dull in comparison, so then I took a yellow eyeliner and I filled in the outer corner of the wing. Then to blend these two together, I took a purple eyeshadow and just patted it in the middle on top. I thought that I was happy with that, but later you'll see that I wasn't happy with that. So there were lots of mistakes on the way doing this. But anyway, on a pencil brush, I'm going to take that medium orange tone shade and I'm just going to brush this all along my lower lash line, and I'm kind of going to smoke it out. Then I'm going to take that deeper orange eyeshadow and I'm just going to put that on my lower lash line as well. And then on a even more precise straight brush. I don't know what kind of brush you'd actually call this. I'm just going to put that really, really close to my lash line, and then I'm going to leave that eye there. To contrast with that, I kind of wanted to do an ice and fire thing. Game of Thrones reference. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, comment down below, because oh my god, it's starting in July. I literally can't. Anyway, but that didn't work out either. I literally had no idea when I was doing this. I just made it up as went along. So I put that base on again, and then I set the base, and then I took a medium blue eyeshadow, I would say this is. It was quite a powdery eyeshadow, and I just ran this straight through my crease with windscreen wiper motions and circular motions to diffuse the product, going quite close to the inner corner of my brow and then leaving, you know, the highlight under my brow bone. We want exactly the same shape for both eyes, but you know, we just want them different colours. So we're going to use exactly the same brushes as well. So if you don't have two types of this brush, which I don't, I just kept, you know, a makeup wipe at hand and then swirled my brush on the makeup wipe, which everyone's going to be like, oh my god, no you didn't. I put a darker blue colour on with a flat buffing brush, and then because it changed the texture of it because the brush was wet, it made it quite difficult to blend out. I just did the best that I could do and it looks better later. With that same brush, I'm then going to put the medium powder blue shade on the outer corner of my eyelid. And then on the very outer corner of my eyelid, I'm going to put that dark blue shade, and I feel like this helped so much in making it look, you know, better and more blended. Then, because I wasn't happy with the blending on the inner corner, I just took a completely clean, big buffing brush and like buffed this out, and it looked much better. Then I'm just going to cut the lid using my lip pencil brush, as I just feel like this gives me so much more precision. I'm just going to cut it exactly the same as the other eye, so just use the other eye as a reference. This takes quite a while, but it's worth it when they're both even, promise you. Oh my god, I'm getting out of breath. This is going so fast. Now I'm going to take a purple shade and I'm just going to fill in the cut crease with this using a flat shader brush. And then to blend the two colours, I'm just going to take that same purple on the lip pencil brush once again, and I'm just going to brush the purple into the blue, if that makes any sense. Now I'm taking a yellow eyeliner because I knew that I didn't want to do the flesh toned block, and I'm just drawing a normal winged line with that because this was the point that I decided I wasn't happy with that. I just kind of left it looking messy for now. On a blending brush, I'm just taking that medium blue shade and going underneath. Oh my god, I look possessed. Okay, and then on a flat brush, rectangle one, still don't know what to call this, I'm putting the darkest tone around my lash line to thicken it up, and then I'm blending this out. Right, so now we're back onto the face, are we? Yes we are. I'm contouring my face, but I'm doing this very lightly because I didn't want a contour to be, you know, the focus of this look, so I'm just doing this really, really lightly. Now I'm taking blush. I decided because I didn't have much contour and there wasn't much colour on my face and I did look quite ghostly, I wanted to do a lot of blush, so I just took a very light pink colour as I thought this was quite sweet and innocent. Oh yeah, here you can see that I have changed my eyeliner. So I just basically took a metallic blue and a metallic pink liner, and I put the pink around the orange eye, the blue around the blue eye. To create the butterfly, I cut out a butterfly stencil of what shape I wanted the butterfly and what size I wanted it. And I just put this on my head, and then I used a light nude eyeshadow to kind of go around the butterfly to give me an outline to just make my life a lot easier, and this really did make my life a lot easier. Then I took a white cream shadow and filled in the butterfly just to give me a nice flat base so that the colours I layered on top would be more true to colour and more vibrant. I'm taking that same lip brush and I'm just drawing the little head, and then I'm outlining the butterfly with some black gel liner. This is where kind of the filming just went out of the window. I'd been filming for quite a long time at this point and I was getting hungry and tired. I'm just doing like the basics first, so I'm outlining and then putting the body in and doing a few kind of veins on the butterfly. As you can see at the tips of the wings, they are darker and then they gradient into a grey. The way I've achieved this is by pressing down with the brush harder in the corners and then relieving the pressure as I come inwards to create a nice gradient effect. Now with a thin eyeliner brush, I'm just drawing the veins of the butterfly. You can do this however you want. I just did it symmetrical on both sides, but I suppose it could be non-symmetrical. I don't think butterflies are symmetrical anyway, but it's just what I chose to do. It's easier for me. This is also another thing I learned. I learned that you should put down your complete base colour i.e. the orange and the yellow, before doing the veins because it kind of detracts from the black colour. But basically I'm just taking a detailer brush and filling in between the little veins. The first colour that I was using was the yellow. I go in with the orange at the corners and edges of the veins, and this just makes it a little more 3D and gives it a bit more dimension. And then I just go and put some white dots in the corner of the wings. At this point I'm just putting shadows around the butterfly to make it seem a little bit more 3D because I didn't want it to look cartoony, I wanted it to look quite realistic. Now I wanted to do a rose above my eyebrow, but obviously I did not like this. But how I was going to do this was I was blotting out where I wanted the butterfly with that white like cream eyeshadow. Then I'm taking a purple, don't know why purple, because what roses are purple? There probably is purple roses, but you don't think of purple roses, do you? What was I thinking? Having to sing a song as always. Okay. And I'm just blotting this on top, and as I was doing this I was thinking, this looks stupid. It looks stupid, take it off. So I just wiped it off straight away. I didn't get further than that. But then I did the same thing with this butterfly here. I cut out a stencil of what I wanted it to look like, went around the edges to get my stencil, and then filled it in with the white cream eyeshadow. I feel like I'm not being jokey at all. Like I can't even get a word in edgeways with this I can't get a word in edgeways and all I'm doing is talking. To make the little head a little bit easier this time, I just took a cotton bud. Is that what everyone calls it? I call it a cotton bud, so that's what it's going to be referred to. I took a cotton bud with my gel liner on it and just, you know, dotted where I wanted the head to go, and it was just so much easier. I would really recommend doing this. And then I'm taking that detailer brush and I'm just outlining my butterfly. Still outlining the butterfly, and then I'm going inwards with the blue because I knew that I wanted this one to be a blue into black gradient. So I'm just doing that same thing where I pressed my brush harder at the outer edges and then relieve the pressure to get it to a lighter black, aka grey colour. And then I'm drawing a little stem to the wing pretty much. I wanted the wing and the body to be detached, so I just drew a little kind of cut where the body was and then drew the body to the butterfly. At this point I did feel like it was looking quite cartoony. Now, like, oh, I've just made myself really hungry. That sandwich, let me tell you, as I'm saying right there, it was good. It was a really good sandwich. My mum came up with it and she was like, do you want a sandwich? You've not ate yet. And this was as I'd been going for hours. I was like, Mummy, yes, you are amazing. So I took that sandwich and I just ate it. It was a corn ham, if anyone was wondering. Corn ham and crusty bread. Lovely. Now I'm taking the lightest blue shade that I want on the butterfly and just patting this in the white flesh toned portion of the butterfly. And then I'm taking a deeper blue shade and I'm patting this in between the black and the blue colour and just using a pencil brush to smoke this together by pulling the black into the lightest blue shade, and that should give you a really nice pretty gradient. When doing this I'd lost intensity with the butterfly, so I just took the black eyeliner again and went back over the body of the butterfly, and I also drew the little legs. I didn't actually know how many legs that a butterfly had. Is it like 6? Do they have 6 legs? Does anyone have this knowledge? I probably should have looked before I did this makeup look, but I just stuck with 2 for the time being. And because I wanted him to have a little bit of sparkle, so I basically just put this on the highlights of the butterfly, and I also use this for the body. Did you hear my voice? Did you hear my laugh? I just don't think I've got the function to talk anymore. And because I liked how this looked, I took the yellow eyeliner and just did some highlights on the butterfly. So after that I thought the butterflies looked a bit random, just sat on my head, so they should be sat on something. So I thought, what flowers do butterflies like to sit on? And lavender was the first one that came into my head. And I just bought some purple eyeliner, so it all fit together perfectly. I love it when a plan comes together. So with a green eyeshadow I mapped out where I wanted my lavender to go, and obviously it points at the bottom, so I did it coming from my hairline and then pointing around about my eyebrow. And obviously I used the green because of the stem and the leaves. On the lavender I just thought it'd be much quicker for me to then, you know, dot the lavender on top. You basically basically seeing me using different brushes to get the outline of the lavender. Then I'm taking that purple eyeliner and I'm just creating dots over it. At first I was doing kind of flower shapes, like, you know, the 5 dots in a circle, but it took far too long and I saw that just tapping wherever just created exactly the same effect and was much faster and efficient. And then I also put some yellow dots in to create kind of the centers of the lavender as well. It made it look a little bit more like a flower. Then I thought that I wanted some more, so I just took it down onto my cheekbone. It's kind of like a highlight kind of thing, but it wasn't high enough to be a highlight. It's kind of the section in the middle of the contour and the highlight. And I just dabbed this on, again doing the lavender as I did it before. But on the actual clips of the finished thing, you can't actually see that bit because my hair is covering it. But then I just did exactly the same thing on the bottom, and then after I'd done it I realised it kind of looks like a beard. It makes me look like a man, but it's not like we all haven't done that before. I actually can't believe I just put that photo on there. That is something no one should have ever seen. So after this I applied some black lipstick, which I also was not happy with at the end. Maybe it'd have looked nice, you know, when my hair was down and everything, but I just felt with my hair up it was a little bit too much, so I ended up taking it off. Kind of wish that I didn't, because I feel like on camera it looks much better than it did in person. In person it just looked way too much, but with butterflies on your face I don't think it can look, you know, not too much. And then that is the full look complete. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so excited to get this next video out for you all. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. You know that I always love chatting with you all, and if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel to be able to follow my little NYX Space Awards journey. Oh my god. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.